Welcome to the Lucky Girl Challenge. I'm so excited that you are here. I really hope over these past few days you have been able to shift into lucky girl syndrome. The reason why I wanted to do a challenge where it was multiple days is I wanted to give you activities to actively be able to shift your subconscious mind. What is coming up a lot for me in my personal mentorship is it's a lot of students that have been studying manifestation, they've been studying the universal laws, they've been studying all these things, but they're really struggling to manifest. And the thing that I help clean up, the blind spot that I'm able to clock in them, is the reason why they're struggling is they're struggling in the application. And while I know it's really fun and exciting to listen to someone, to watch a video, to be experiencing in a masterclass form or in a group setting, but what ends up happening is we calibrate to the energy of the person that's teaching, the energy of the room. We get so excited and then we leave and we're like, oh, I feel like I'm dropping my power. I feel like I'm going back into those limiting beliefs. I feel like I'm going back to those limiting stories. But then it's like, how do I actually hold this energy? How do I hold this mindset? How do I actually live here? So that way it's not just something that I'm calibrating to, but it's where I am. It's how I be. It's who I am. And this is the place that I really want my clients and students to get to. Now, what I need you to understand is the way that you get to this place is by doing the conscious work to shift your mind consciously throughout the day, but it's supplemented with the subconscious reprogramming work, right? Because if we don't reprogram our subconscious mind, if our subconscious does not feel safe having our desires, then that is when we're going to get triggered. That's when our nervous system is going to get dysregulated. That's when our subconscious is going to block us from getting our desires, because our subconscious mind is designed to keep us alive, not designed to help us thrive. So we are the ones that have to program in this thriving into our minds, aka in this challenge, we are programming in luck. So the way that we do this is when you understand that your subconscious mind is really the magnet that is either allowing you to manifest on autopilot the desires that you actually want, or it is the magnet that keeps attracting all of the bullshit that you don't want. And the thing is a lot of people try to consciously work really hard to shift their mindset, but at the end of the day, if you are not supplementing that with the subconscious reprogramming tools, the nervous system regulation techniques, that's when you're really going to struggle. That's why I've given you the Lucky Girl meditation that I recommend that you are listening to every single morning. You can keep listening to it even after this challenge ends. That's also why I've given you a Lucky Girl hypnosis, and I highly recommend you listen to that hypnosis every single night before you go to sleep. It's also why I've given you an EFT tapping script, because I want you to be able to easily walk along with the tapping script. And sometimes the videos can get difficult because you feel like the person is talking too fast and you feel like I feel like sometimes EFT tapping videos can be a lot. So I wanted to give you a script so that way you can print it out, so that way you can keep it on your phone, so that way you can look at it easily, so that way you can tap through. So the idea here is anytime you notice a story playing out in your mind that says, I'm not lucky, I'm so unlucky, of course bad things happen to me, anything that aligns with that, you're gonna go, no, that's not my story anymore. That's not who I'm playing out anymore. I'm actually the luckiest girl in the world. No, I'm actually the luckiest girl in the world, okay? No, that's not for me. That is not for me, because I am the luckiest girl in the entire world. Now, when you're able to consciously shift that, but you're also subconsciously programming it in, this is when your conscious and unconscious mind are in coherence. And so that's the purpose of giving you all of these tools. The sleep tape is designed for you to listen to while you're sleeping, because that's when your subconscious mind is really the most reprogrammable. And because you are going to be recording the sleep tape yourself, your subconscious mind is going to accept these affirmations so much faster, because that's the voice that your subconscious mind is used to hearing. Now, if you play this all night long when you're sleeping, these are going to submerge in your subconscious mind to the point where you might start having dreams where you hear these affirmations, you hear these statements being reflected back to you in your dreams. It's kind of crazy. It's really cool. But I'm telling you, if you're not taking advantage of sleep tapes, what are you even doing? And so I've given you a way to make any sleep tape that you want. And that's why I'm telling you to title this one Lucky Girl. So that way, if you make an abundance sleep tape or a love sleep tape or a self-concept or whatever it is that you're working through, you can have several of them. I recommend listening to one that you're working on right now for at least 30 to 90 days. So that way you're really reprogramming the neural pathways in your mind. And then the reason I gave you the affirmations is that's a way for you to really override the subconscious mind. Because when we say affirmations, that is when there can be resistance, because we can say something consciously, but unconsciously we cannot believe it. And that causes an internal conflict. And your subconscious belief will always win out. So when we use affirmations, that's a way for your subconscious mind to start looking for evidence of your luck without fully reprogramming your mind. Because if you're asking your subconscious mind to find something for you, there's no pressure. You're not saying, I am lucky, because an identifier statement, I am, could actually trigger you if you've always identified as somebody who is unlucky. You heard me talk about how my father, and I swear to you, you guys, if you spend a day with my father, I guarantee you, I'm not a betting woman, but I would put money on the table that this man will say, if it wasn't for bad luck, we wouldn't have any luck at all. If it wasn't for bad luck, the Smiths wouldn't have any luck at all. I have heard this so many times throughout my life that I genuinely believed it. And because I believed it, we had bad luck. My sister repeated it. I repeated it. My stepmom, who has been married to my dad for about 10 years now, she now says it almost every time I see her, to the point where I'm like, la, 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 I can't hear this, because I've tried to correct them and there's just no winning. My dad's 73. Like, he's just gonna keep on doing his thing. But I realized that when I started studying the subconscious mind, that I couldn't keep believing that I was unlucky, because if I believe that I'm unlucky, what ends up happening? You're unlucky, right? And you keep getting evidence of that. And I had so much evidence to support that. But when I started looking at the subconscious mind and studying it very, very deeply, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Of course, I've got evidence of it, because that's what I believe. And I believed that because I was told that's the way it had to be. And because I was told that's the way it had to be, and I believed it, I received evidence of it, so that way I was always right. And that's what your subconscious mind does. One of the prime directives of your subconscious mind is to make it so you are right. So when we want to be right and getting the things that we desire, we need to reprogram in different beliefs. So all of these tools, while you might be like, I just want the video content, the videos are so fun. I get it. And my goal as a mentor, as a teacher, as somebody that's in this space, is to really help break through. I still see a lot of people struggling with manifestation, and I want to help you guys break through. And the things that people are missing are these tools. They aren't implementing the practices, or they aren't consistent enough with doing them daily, so they aren't actually reprogramming their mind and regulating their nervous system. And then the other thing I gave you was today is the luckiest day ever, because the 24-hour manifestation games that I give you guys are so much fun, and they're fun because they help you shift. And when you tell yourself that you're playing a game, it makes it so your subconscious mind gets on board so much faster, because you're not telling your subconscious mind that this is the way things are. And that's when it causes resistance, because it says, this isn't the comfort zone that I'm used to living in. So what's going on? And that's when your subconscious mind panics and tries to make everything go back to what it's used to. So when we play a 24-hour manifestation game, that is when we say, wait a minute, I'm just playing a game. And your subconscious mind goes, okay, cool, do you. It's not really actively trying to resist it or anything. It's like, whatever. And so you start playing a game and you have fun and you get into this energetic state of, oh my God, I'm the luckiest girl ever. Like, show me how lucky it is, universe. I'm so excited to see how lucky I am. And when you start showing up throughout your day like you are the luckiest person in the world, then you literally are going to be. Now, if you are in AOMU, if you've taken the main character masterclass, then I've told you something similar to this, but this channeled through to me when I was on a client call yesterday, and I was like, ooh, this is something that I want to give to the students in Lucky Girl, so that way they can start practicing this too. So I want you to start thinking about the fact that there is a camera crew following you around. And I want you to think about you were actively showing up as the luckiest girl in the world. Like, you're literally the main character of a movie that is luckiest girl in the world. And the storyline is you're just so fucking lucky that everything is always working out for you. Even though things are going wrong in other people's worlds, you are always getting what you want. Things are always going your way. The universe is literally bending to give you exactly what you want. And no one really understands how you've tapped into the powers of the universe, but this is what you do. And so everybody is just enamored by you, by how much luck you have. Everyone is magnetized to you, including luck, including success, including opportunities. You're the girl. You're that girl. You're the one that gets everything that she wants. You're the one that are turning heads. You've got the Marilyn Monroe effect, but it is the luck factor. You are amplifying your luck factor by choosing to decide to become the luckiest girl in the world. We're not waiting for evidence of this. We are choosing to become the luckiest girl in the world, and so we find evidence. Did you hear what I said? We're choosing to become someone and we find evidence. We immediately find evidence. In my world, we decide and we move. We don't want and wait. We're never doing that. We are deciding and moving because that's how we build momentum and that's how we become magnetic as fuck to the universe. So if you woke up today, you can start this today, you can start it tomorrow, you can start on a fresh day. But if you woke up today and you were that character, you were the luckiest girl in the world, how would you show up? What are the thoughts that you'd be thinking? What's the energy you'd be playing into? What's the energy that you'd be waking up and starting your day with? How would you be carrying yourself? How would you be getting dressed? How would you be doing your hair? If you knew that everything in the universe was magnetized to you, you got it as quickly as you wanted it to. There was no time delay. There was no waiting. You just got to have it because you decided, and you're that fucking lucky that you attract everything to you. If you started showing up as this person, how would you move? How would you think? How would you speak? How would you dress? I want you to get so crystal clear on this lucky girl avatar. I want you to map her out. I want you to see yourself waking up and starting your day as if you are the luckiest girl in the world. And that's why in that meditation, I always like to give you guys meditations that are more visualization. So that way we are talking to the subconscious mind, because the subconscious mind really loves sensory input. So when we're speaking in a mental movie and we have a short mental movie that we can keep replaying in our mind, it shows our subconscious mind that we've already been there. Because your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between past, present, and what you're imagining. So if you are recreating a scene in your mind where you're showing yourself that you're the luckiest girl in the world, you're tricking your brain to believe that you already are the luckiest girl in the world because it's witnessing it. It's seeing you play out the avatar of the luckiest girl in the world. And if it's seeing it in its mind, then it has to be real, so it has to create that. And what I need you to know is time isn't linear. It's happening simultaneously. There are infinite amount of timelines, and there's already a timeline where you're getting everything that you desire. There's already a timeline where you are the luckiest girl in the world. There's already a timeline where that movie was already written about you. She's out there doing the damn thing. She's living her best life. She is not settling in any area because she knows she gets exactly what she wants. So she's always asking for best. She's only playing out best case scenario. She's only available to see the opportunities. She's only available to see the success. She's only available to see the love. She's only available to see the abundance. She's only available to have a full energetic cup that's overflowing with love, abundance, success, confidence, happiness, because she knows that reality is created and generated within first, and then it is reflected back to you. You're just going to start moving like you're the luckiest girl right now. This is the thing that I need you to know. So many people are slowing down their manifestations and really just making themselves miserable because they aren't realizing that manifestation is simple. It is simple. Decide what you want and then become the version of yourself who gets it immediately. Stop sitting around and waiting for your reality to change, because reality doesn't change if you don't change. Reality doesn't change if you don't change. Your reality will not change if you do not change. Do you hear me? I know that you know how to manifest, but I want you to ask yourself, am I actually applying the principles all day long, every single day? Yes, all day long, every single day. Here's the thing. If for the next 30 to 90 days, you have a disciplined mindset and you are disciplined with utilizing these tools and you keep convincing yourself so much so that you embody the luckiest girl, you literally will become the luckiest girl on the planet. But this is about you moving in this frequency now because you decided that you were going to be lucky. We're not waiting. We are not waiting. We are throwing the W word out. We're done waiting. We are actively co-creating our reality and we are deciding that we are the luckiest girl in the world, so we're not settling. If a story comes up that tells you that you're unlucky, if a belief comes up that tells you you're unlucky, you're gonna go to the section where I talk about releasing the limiting beliefs, because that's where I walk you through really being able to identify and shift the limiting beliefs. You don't need to get lost in the muck of the unluckiness and all of the unlucky stories, but it helps sometimes to identify them so that way we can say, you know what? I see where this came from, but I'm not willing to go there anymore. I'm choosing to decide that I can create my reality. I'm choosing to decide differently. Like you always hear me say, you need to think, speak, and feel greater than your circumstances. And that's not easy. And that's why most people can't master manifestation, because they are reliant on the 3D and they are not rock solid in their identity. They are not rock solid in their belief system. They are not rock solid in how to actually show up and take action without the evidence, because there is a level of delusion and insanity that you have to have. And that's why you're in my world, because you are one of the insane ones. You're one of the crazy ones. But just like Steve Jobs says, ones that are crazy enough to believe that they can change the world are the ones that do. So you need to just tap in to and trust that your intuition guided you for a reason. You're in my world for a reason, because you know that you deserve more than this. You know that your soul came here to actually have so much fun living your life. Are you really waking up right now having so much fun because you know that you're the luckiest girl in the world? Or are you going through the day like it's a mundane, another day? The reason that I created this challenge right now is obviously because of St. Patrick's Day. And if you don't know, I'm 98% Irish. So I think that this time is a beautiful time of the year. And here's the deal, is a lot of people celebrate it by getting fucking wasted, right? Like that's what St. Patrick's Day has become. But what if that excited energy, that excited like, oh my God, we're going to go out party and have a good time. Like the pre-celebration, the pre-gaming, like that excitement, that energy that people feel when they're like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Like when you're pre-gaming to go to a concert, when you're pre-gaming to go to a St. Patrick's Day party, when you're pre-gaming to go on a vacation or go on a boat, like whatever it is, that excited, or go to a professional sports game, you know, like that excited energy that's like, oh my God, let's go. Like, I want you to start playing there in your life every single day. Like, are you getting excited? Are you celebrating life? Are you genuinely commanding your subconscious mind to make your reality the best fucking reality on the planet because you have the power to do that? Or are you still allowing how you were told life has to go for you to dictate how life goes for you? Are you still depressed, anxious, miserable, sad, broke, sick? Like, are you still are you studying the manifestation teachings, but you're still feeling like crap day in and day out? Because that's the place that I want people to just get out of. Can we go right into, oh my God, there's a different way of living and being, and boom, let's go there. Let's catapult right into that. And yes, that's why I'm giving you the tools to get there, because if you don't have the tools to reprogram your mind and regulate your nervous system, it's going to be very difficult to do this. But here's the thing. When you do have these tools, it's actually so fucking simple. And we are, as humans, making it more complicated than it needs to be. So you're believing that because this is completely different than the way that you were told you have to live, that it's going to take so long, that it's going to be a really difficult thing. But what if you just decided that you already know how to manifest and it's easy? And what if you just decided that you're the luckiest person in the world because you get to? And what if you just decided that everything is always working out for you because you can decide that? What if you just consciously paid attention to the voice that was running through your head all day long to the point that you only ever entertain best case scenario? If going back to that example before of thinking that and imagining that there was a reality TV show and cameras following you, Think about the fact that every line that goes throughout your mind is just a script. It's a line that somebody wrote down, but you get to decide what that line is. You get to decide what character you play. You get to decide how the movie goes. Like, you're the one that's in charge. Are you making this the best movie ever? Are you making it the best life ever? Are you choosing to be the luckiest girl ever? I really want you to understand and realize that you can shift your reality so quickly. Like, there is a reason why my students and clients shift within 3 days of being in my world, specifically my private clients. And honestly, my private clients by day one are completely different humans, because I am able to make manifestation actionable. There's too many people that are telling you to sit around and do nothing and to visualize and wishful think all day long, but it's like, you're a human with legs. You're meant to go. You're meant to co-create. You're meant to be moving and doing the damn thing. You're meant to be falling in love with this life that you're creating. You're meant to be falling in love with yourself. So what if you just started showing up as if you literally had the power right now in this moment today to change your entire fucking reality? What if you just started saying, you know what? No. Anytime anyone outside of you tells you that you're unlucky, you know what? No. Anytime that anyone outside of you tells you that you have to struggle for something that you want, you know what? No. Anyone that tells you that money is hard to come by, no. That you have to trade your time for money, no. Anyone that tells you that dating and finding a good man is hard, no. Or a good partner is hard, no. Like, we're not going there. What if you could master yourself so much so that the 3D world could never tell you who you are? This is the place that I need you to get to. It isn't about what method do I use to manifest. It's about becoming somebody who has unwavering certainty and conviction in themselves. When you understand how to tap into this, this is when everything will literally be attracted to you, because you're not available for anything less. And when you become somebody that knows who they are and does not drop their standard, this is when reality bends to match you. And this is one thing that I always role model for my clients and students. I will always tell you that I raise the standard and I will model what it's like for you to get here. And I will absolutely help you. I'll answer any question. I'll do anything to help you get to this place, but I will never lower my standards to meet you where you're at. It's just not something that I will ever do. And I see so many people saying that this is the reality that they want to manifest. This is the thing that they want to manifest. This is the life that they're going to want to have. And this is what they're calling in. But the second that reality keeps matching down here and says, yeah, no, that's actually not going to happen, they go, oh, yeah, that's right. This is who I am. This is just the way things work. Money is hard for me. I'm going to work in this job that I hate. I'm going to be in this relationship that feels unfulfilling. I'm never going to orgasm. Like, like we go into these stories, but it's like, why? Why would we accept this? This is our life. You're a divine creator. Why would you accept less than what actually lights your soul on fucking fire? Why would you accept less than pre-party celebration energy for your life? Like, why would we go there? The truth is, I don't actually have to sit here and talk to you for an hour to hype you up. Like, yes, the hype is amazing. And yes, calibrating to somebody else's energy is awesome. And yes, having a teacher and a guide is like literally life-changing. But at the end of the day, I'm realizing that the things that make the most amount of movement in somebody's life is them actually changing who they're being. And that's why I really wanted to give you the tools and the resources for you to start shifting your subconscious mind, for you to start shifting your perspective, for you to start regulating your nervous system. So that way, when we have this conversation, you can be like, yes, and you can stabilize this energy and you can start calibrating to it, not just when you're listening to me talk, but all day long, every single day. Like, you can literally become the luckiest girl on the planet, and you can do it so quickly. I really want you to unsubscribe from any belief that says it has to take a long time. If you are somebody who has been in my world for a long time, or if you've been in the manifestation world for a long time and you still feel like manifestation is inconsistent for you, I need you to realize that at some point in your life, you decided that it could be. You decided that your manifestations might not come true. You decided that things don't always work out for you. You decided that it could go worst case scenario. And that's the thing, is you weren't all in. You haven't been all in. And I say this from a place of love. You guys know I'm going to say the thing to trigger you that your unconscious needs to hear. So that way you consciously get a little shaken up and we can choose differently. Because if you keep showing up unconsciously and getting defensive and not actually looking at it, things don't change, right? And in order for us to change quickly, and this is what I want for you, like I want you to shift so quickly. I used to do month-long challenges, and while I think they're so fun and essential, it's like, how can we collapse the timeline? If you were in Detached from the 3D, my masterclass that I talked about how I'm really talking about and I'm really playing with manifesting instantaneously, like manifesting quickly, like collapsing the time on how to manifest fast. And this is what I'm teaching my clients and students to do. And while I was taught that a masterclass has to be an hour long and it needs to be this, this, and this, it's like, okay, and how many masterclasses have I been a part of that it was just all like hype girl, but then I left the masterclass actually kind of feeling worse because I was like, oh no, like the only way I can feel that way is if I'm in a class with them, because I don't know, they just have something in their energy. And it's like, no, you can be this person and you can feel this way and you can actually do it now. And that's what this challenge was designed to do. So I want you to actually do these tools, like actually use these tools. I want you to actually implement them. I want you to actually change your mind in the moment. I want you to start challenging and saying no to anything outside of you that tells you that you can't have what you want, because you're the one that's creating this reality. You're the only one that has to decide. When you decide that you're the luckiest girl in the world, you are. When you decide that money loves you, it does. When you decide that you're the most magnetic human on the planet, you are. You need to decide and then immediately embody. That's it. That's the secret sauce to manifesting. Decide what you want, then decide who you're gonna be and embody that person right away. Like the version of you that has that, embody them right now. Stop waiting for anything outside of you to shift. Stop waiting for things to change so that you move differently. Stop waiting to have something so that way you can think differently. Stop waiting. If you just started brainwashing yourself to believe that you are already the luckiest girl in the world right now, you would be. Just start brainwashing yourself. Just stay there. Have your self-talk all day long align with this. When you notice that you have allowed yourself to go into a limiting belief, if it's a deeply rooted one, go back to the reframing limiting belief exercise and do that. If you notice that it's just a thought that you're entertaining, then swat it away like a fly and tell yourself what you want to believe instead. You can do this so quickly and so effortlessly if you just are consistent and deliberate for the first 30 days. I guarantee you, if you do this, if you just start brainwashing yourself and you do not entertain any thought, any story, any identity, or anything that tells you that you can't have what you want, you will start manifesting so quickly and so easily because you just need to convince yourself. You just need to convince yourself, and you need to convince yourself without the evidence. And here's the other thing that I want to tell you. Luck is the easiest thing to decide because you can easily find evidence. Like I was telling you, you can decide that if you pulled up to the grocery store and you got a front row parking spot, that means you're the luckiest girl in the world. You can go to the coffee shop and somebody can give you a coupon for your coffee and you can decide that means that you're the luckiest girl in the world. You could have gotten a check and the bank cleared it a day before it was meant to be cleared. You're the luckiest girl in the world. You could go to the gym and all of the equipment that you want to work out on is free, so you didn't have to wait at all. You're the luckiest girl in the world. You just bought these jeans that you look so cute in. You're the luckiest girl in the world. All day long, you can find evidence of your luck, and literally you can decide that everything means that you're lucky. You are the one that is assigning meaning. There is no implied meaning in the universe. So just decide and start deciding now and keep deciding until every single day in the rest of your life that everything is working out for you, that everything means that you're the luckiest girl in the world, that it's always best case scenario. I really just want you to delete any belief from your mind or any story from your mind that manifesting has to be hard or that you don't know what you're doing. I want you to start telling yourself that you are the best manifestor on the planet, that you know exactly what you're doing, that everything is always working out for you, that you're the luckiest person on the planet. I want you to only ever engage in conversations and thoughts that allow you to actually believe that all of your dreams are possible, and not in some future timeline, but right fucking now. Because the faster you play here, the faster you show up like this, the faster your dreams will. But I need you to stop entertaining the unlucky stories, the unlucky beliefs. You need to shift just by simply shifting. Stop focusing on the 3D and start shifting your mindset. Start shifting your self-talk. Start shifting your beliefs. Start shifting the way that you feel. Because when you start paying attention to how you're feeling and shifting how you're thinking, how you're feeling, and how you are showing up throughout life, that is when your reality is going to change so fast. It doesn't have to take a long time. You know exactly what you have to do. You're already the luckiest girl in the world. There's nothing more that you need to do. Keep utilizing the tools, keep showing up like this, and let me know how lucky you are, because I fucking love you, and I know that this is all you needed to hear. Like, there was something in here that was the breakthrough for you, and now you're ready to go. So let's log in. You are now the luckiest girl in the world. Start showing up in Lucky Girl Syndrome all day long, every single day. Let me know in the DMs how this went for you. I love you guys so much. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.